Good morning, everyone. This is Peter from Huawei. Today, I would like to talk about the topic, how to build a data-centric, trustworthy foundation for diverse application. We know data is essential in digital era. Let's talk about a story in some kind of CT scan on Earth. We know how to do oil and gas exploration. It's just like a CT scan on Earth, you know. Each kilometer area will generate about 700 gigabytes data. For data storage, we needed to prepare more than 10 times of that kind of capacity to make sure all these data can be processed by more than 400 software modules. The more data processed, the more opportunities will be discovered new oil and gas opportunities. As a major player in the storage industry, we observed there might be 4 major changes in data storage area. The first one is diverse data application. Secondly, real-time data processing. And then comprehensive data protection. At last, green technology for storage. Change 1, more applications. We all know the data storage came from database scenario. To make sure a database can be reliably used with good performance, in history, we developed the SAN storage. And then there's a new application about file sharing. And then we start to develop NAS storage. But today, we have more and more new applications. For example, big data, AI applications. And then we really need more technologies and innovations in data storage to make sure we can fulfill all of these applications run smoothly with efficiency. The second, real-time analysis. It's happening everywhere right now. Take an example of mobile banking. We needed to understand each transaction, whether or not there's a risk. And then the bank needed to do real-time analysis based on real-time data from the transaction and also historical data in the transaction. Therefore, sharing storage between real-time data and historical data is essential now. This increases the difficulties on designing the storage system. The third, better digital resilience is needed. Today, natural disaster and virus attack really damage the business opportunity and also make the economic losing. Particularly, today, there are so many ransomware, that kind of stuff happening. A lot of enterprises really lost their business and also money as well. Therefore, to make sure the whole digital system got resilience is very important. And then data storage will be the last line of defense for data protection to avoid natural or human-caused damage. The fourth change is green technology. Green storage is a must for digital era. Today, if we look into the energy consumption in each data center, we will find about 20% of the energy will be consumed by data storage. And more than 300 kilowatts hour per year for saving 1 TB, that kind of data. As we know, the volume of data is increasing every year. We definitely believe the energy consumption consumed on data storage will rise as well. We need innovation technology to have much more green in data center. We need to embrace those challenges to build a data-centric, trustworthy storage foundation for diverse application. How to fulfill this mission? Firstly, we need a perfect architecture for data foundation. Here we have 4-layer architecture to make sure to have trustworthy data foundation. The first layer is data storage. Today, we have Ocean Store Dorado, which can support both SAN and the NAS protocol with extremely reliable and performance. We also have Ocean Store Pacific scale-out storage to fulfill more and more high-capacity unstructured data to be processed. And also we have Ocean Protect to make sure all the data can be protected and the digital system could have resilience. And HCI Fusion Cube as well. That will be the basis for the whole system. And then, top on it, we will have DME, Data Management Engine, to make sure the planning, installation, configuration, maintenance could be easy with efficiency, with reliability. On the other hand, we also designed standard APIs to make sure the whole data storage system can be connecting to multiple clouds and make sure the data in that kind of basis can flow to each other, can support any application, whatever on public cloud, private cloud, can be running smoothly. On the other hand, we also design application acceleration engines to make sure the data storage can do cooperation very well to particular applications, big data, AI applications. This kind of architecture, we believe, will be the perfect architecture to support diverse applications in digital era. And for next, I will explain using 6 scenarios and how the solution works. The first one is production and transaction scenarios. For example, core banking scenario, and also HIS in healthcare, and billing system in carriers. In that kind of particular scenario, we really need a storage system with reliability, security, and certainly performance as well. Huawei Ocean Store Dorado all-flash storage can support SAN and NAS in one equipment. And particularly, we are also the unique vendor to provide SAN and NAS by doing active-active, that kind of feature. Today, a lot of customers worldwide in their production and transaction scenarios using this kind of product to make sure their billing system their database system can running smoothly and with efficiency. The next, data analysis. We have ocean-to-Pacific scale-out storage to support various data analytic, that kind of scenarios. In this scenario, the storage system needed to adapt to different kind of workload, whatever wideband-wise I/O or narrowband-wise I/O, and also needed to support different kind of protocol, for example, SAN, NAS, Hadoop, Objective, by using one equipment. This is really unique by doing Huawei storage. Otherwise, you really need to buy multiple storage to support those kind of different kind of data protocols. It's not really cost saving. For example, in universities, today, researchers are using Huawei ocean-to-Pacific storage for simulations. The job now finished within 4 days instead of 3 months. Thirdly, we really need to talk about data protection scenarios. Data protection is somehow very wide concept. First of all, we really needed to think about disaster recovery in that kind of scenario. Huawei storage scenario can support that kind of scenario by doing 3DC disaster recovery. Huawei data storage is very uniquely to support active-to-active 3DC, that kind of disaster recovery, for both SAN and NAS. Secondly, we really needed to think about the backup scenario. Huawei ocean-to-Protect backup storage has the best performance in the world. We have more than 150 TB per hour backup and 172 TB recovering speed, which is really #1 in the world. We also have 72 to 1 that kind of compression rate in this kind of backup storage, therefore to saving the cost for our customers. At last, we really needed to think about human caused that kind of data damage. For example, ransomware. This is happening right now everywhere. We particularly design AI-based that kind of software model, make sure we can automatically detect that kind of operating. Once we detect it, then we can ask the backup storage to protect the data. We use machine learning models to make sure that detect ransomware with a detection rate of 99%. Fourthly, automation management. DME is a software on top of the data storage system. It can support Huawei data storage and also other vendors' data storage as well, to make sure the planning, configuration, maintenance can be automatic with efficiency without any human being risks. We also have some functionalities being integrated in DME. For example, we can predict disk faults in advance, and also we can predict the capacity issues in advance as well. This software has been widely used by the industry, particularly in banking systems. Fifth, container storage. Container right now is quite popular. Today, more and more PaaS and SaaS we're moving from public cloud to data center to private cloud scenarios. We really need the container technology being integrated in the data storage to make sure the data storage can support those kind of applications from the public cloud, to have ecosystem friendly. Huawei all data storage products will have those kind of container technology inside of it to make sure our storage products can support more applications as possible. At last, multi-cloud scenario. Today, more and more enterprises facing multi-cloud scenarios. For example, one bank system, they may have their core banking in virtualization scenario and also internal IT system in some kind of open stack private cloud system. And certainly, we're connecting to public cloud as well. This kind of multi-cloud scenario really need data storage to have some kind of innovation and change. Firstly, the data storage needed to fulfill any applications, any PaaS, any SaaS, moving from public cloud to make sure they can learn on the data storage in data center being smoothly with efficiency. On the other hand, we also need a data storage functionality moving to the public cloud, provide services to more customers. Therefore, data storage really need to have new technologies and also innovations in this kind of scenarios. Definitely, that will be one of the major innovative directions for Huawei data storage. I have already talked about 6 scenarios and also the products. Right now, I want to share a video to further explain it. Please take a look. Right. It's the era of data explosion. Together, we are with our partners and customers to build a data-centric, trustworthy storage foundation, really to unleash the power of data-driving productivity. We are very proud to participate in the digital transformation worldwide and also gain the trust from the customers. Now, I also very honored to invite our customer from KBTG to present their experience.